most people in sales, they leave the exact same kind of message, right? Please call me back. And if we want something different, we've got to do something different. So when we think about crushing it with voicemail, we're going to talk about ways to leverage your ability to communicate by following a simple two-step formula, right? So think about that message that you're going to leave as a runner's baton and handing that responsibility off to somebody else. Hey, you're in charge of the next time we speak because we said, please call me back. We can do a lot better than that. We're going to follow a process designed to keep you in control with a series of 5 highly targeted voicemails that are designed to keep you in control over what happens next. Now, here's the formula right here. We're going to leave a voicemail, and here's the important step number 2, is we're going to send an email. Now, we have a series of 5 very specific voicemails, and we're going to follow that up with 5 emails. Now, I talked about that magic phrase number 1, right? This small little tweak, easy to do is easy not to do. This little bitty change in what we say, instead of please call me back, what we can change that to is don't worry about calling me back. I'll try you again on Tuesday at 2 o'clock, whatever day, date, and time. And if that doesn't work, or if you'd like to talk sooner, then my number is. Here's what happens. We've just separated ourselves from every other salesperson out there that's begging for a return call. We've also taken all the pressure out of the situation. We say, hey, you know what? Don't worry about calling me back. We sound different than everybody else. And we're not begging them to call us back. Please call me back. But we're still keeping the door open for them to call us. If that doesn't work, or if you'd like to talk sooner, then my number is. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about how to leave these voicemails, what we're going to say, and then we're going to send an email. 2-step process. The email that we're going to leave is simply going to be a reflection of the voicemail that you just left. Okay, so I hear what you're saying, Bob. You keep talking about these 5 voicemails. What the heck are they? All right, so here they are. I'm going to give you all 5, and then we're going to break each one down. The first one is a soft follow-up. The second voicemail is building credibility. The third voicemail is sometimes people tell me. Again, I'm giving you all 5 right now, and then we're going to break each one down, talk very specifically about what we're going to say. What do they look like? Number 4 is the soft appointment. And then number 5 is the breakup. For right now, let's focus on the very first 2 voicemails. Now, the soft follow-up really is just that. It's a soft follow-up. So this could be, we've had a great first meeting, and we said we would call them Tuesday at 2 to get that final answer or to take the next logical step. It is Tuesday. It is 2 o'clock. We called. We got their voicemail. We're just simply going to use the first magic phrase. Hey, I had a note down to call you back. Don't worry about calling me back. I'll try again Tuesday at 2. If that doesn't make sense, my number is. Now we're going to include the second magic phrase. Here's what it is. I'll also send you a quick email because sometimes that's an easier way to connect. I'm sure between the 2 of us, we're going to talk soon. Now, here's where we're going to start to actually follow a system and build some credibility. So we're going to leave a voicemail. We're going to send them an email. Now, here's why this is powerful. Most of us in business spend more time on email than we do on voicemail. So what we're going to do is craft a very specific subject line, and we're going to include the voicemail that we just left. So the subject line of this follow-up email says, just left you a voicemail. Let me stop right there. How many emails do you get that have that in the subject line? Probably not many. Well, let me ask you this. If you did receive an email that said in the subject line, I just left you a voicemail, would you open it? Yeah, I think most of us would. So what happens is we're going to leave this person an email. It says, don't worry about calling me back. I'll try you again on day, date, and time. We're letting them know when the next time we're going to make their phone ring. We're also going to say, if that doesn't work or if you'd like to talk sooner, my number is. So we're going to leave the door open for them to give us a call. So the next step we're going to take is we're going to leave them a voicemail. We're going to send them an email. We've called day, date, and time, and we get their voicemail again. Okay, well, that's all right, because now what we're going to do is we're going to start building credibility. Remember, your competition, they're leaving the same message over and over again, pretending like they're not being ignored or that their call isn't being returned. What you and I are going to do is we're going to use the fact that they're not connecting with us as a reason to build credibility. So here's what that sounds like. Jim, I promised I'd call you back around 2 o'clock. You know what? Don't worry about calling me back. I'll try you again on Wednesday. I'll try you again on Thursday, whenever it is. Now, if that doesn't work, or if you'd like to talk sooner, my number is 555. So what we're doing is we're identifying the fact that we told them we'd call, and we're bringing it up. Hey, I promised I'd call you back around 2 o'clock. Hey, don't worry about calling me back. I'll try you again on Tuesday. And then we're going to send them an email. Again, we're going to keep the subject line consistent just for the first 2 emails. So subject line says, I just left you a voicemail. And it's simply a reflection of the voicemail that we just left. We don't have to get creative. All we want them to do is to see our message in 2 different mediums. So on their voicemail and on their email. And what's happening is we're staying in control over the next time we speak, and we're starting to build credibility by proving that we do what we say we're going to do.